Welcome to WAND's 2015 Farm Progress Preview Show, live from Progress City.
Thanks so much for tuning in. The 2015 Farm Progress Show officially kicks off tomorrow morning bright and early when the gates open at 8 a.m. But we're going to give you a taste of what you can expect at this city within the city. It is bigger, it is better, it is expanded. So much to talk about. Our farm expert David Brown alongside. And Dave, I know this is like your giant playground.
It is. It's something we look forward to all year long. Over $1 billion worth of farm equipment here, new technology, and it's just fascinating. Every street's got something new to look at and something interesting, and it's hard to get through all of it.
It really is, and this permanent site obviously brings its own benefits, including the street we're on, First and Central.
It does. They've added some additional show area and about 400,000 square feet, and we'll hear more about that in this show, and so it continues to expand.
And you know what? We're right next to Richland Community College. They call this Progress City, USA, and it is the future of farming on display here. And Stu Ellis alongside with the Richland Community College president right now to talk a little bit about how Richland is involved in this giant venture.
And welcome, Gail Saunders.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be here tonight.
It's kind of warm out here.
It's another wonderful week for the Farm Progress Show in Decatur, Illinois.
That's exactly right. And it offers an opportunity for Richland to develop its agriculture program and really what has happened over the 10 years that we've been here. How have you expanded?
Well, first of all, this is the 6th year of the Farm Progress Show here in the Decatur area, and like you said, it's our 10th anniversary. How exciting is that? And we've gone from hosting about 450 vendors. We're going to have over 650 vendors here this year. And so in 10 years, not only have we grown in the number of people participating, but also in the land as well. We added another 13 acres to the site just this last year so that we could add on and have significantly more vendors out here. And the Farm Progress Show continues to grow.
It's growing this year in the way of going even outside the fence to the south, where there'll be drone demonstrations. It's something that probably offers a good employment opportunity for tens of thousands of young farm kids, and maybe some opportunities for schooling, certification, education for them at a community college.
Well, those unarmed aerial vehicles are not only popular, but they're going to be extremely important to agribusiness in the future. And not only are we planning to support that growth and those ideas and that technology that's so important to farmers today and probably tomorrow, but we're going to identify certifications and training for students to be able to participate in that new career area.
And of course, as kids grow up, get an education. A lot of them think, well, I'm going into business, but a lot of it turns out to be agribusiness, and you've certainly got the educational opportunity there.
Well, we have the economic development occurring as well. So I hope that our students, we have, I think, over 4,000 FFA students that come out to the show, and those high school students are going to be introduced to many agribusiness careers, and we're looking forward to not only greeting them, but taking them through the site and identifying for them all of the opportunities that await them.
We appreciate Gail coming tonight, and the community will never really appreciate the chance that she took 12 years ago when we said, we've got an idea for you. We want you to shut down the college for a couple of days, and we're going to bring the world's biggest farm show here. And you said, I have no idea what the Farm Progress Show is, but it sounds like a great idea. And from that,
thank you very much.
From that, it happened.
That's right, a dream come true.
That's exactly right.
Not just for you, but for me and for this community.
That's exactly right. This is Stu Ellis.
Now, first weather from Storm Center 17, home of the exclusive O'Brien Auto Park Urbana Storm Runner.
It's been a beautiful day here in Central Illinois. At least for most of us, there was some very heavy rainfall that fell in a short amount of time today across portions of Coles County into northeastern Cumberland County. We're talking about radar estimates in that area south of, let's say, Ashmore, just north of Hutton, to 4.5 up to maybe 5 inches of rain that fell in about an hour to an hour and a half. But the rest of the day, it's been sunny and it is hot across Central Illinois. Look at these current temperatures. We're sitting in the mid-80s in Danville. It's 86 degrees in Champaign, 87 in Decatur, and 90 dots the map in both Jackson Jacksonville and in Springfield. Our Poe Cadillac Buick GMC of Forsyth Tower cameras who overlook the Warrensburg-Latham High School football field. Just a couple of fair weather cumulus clouds, and once the sun does go down, we are going to lose those clouds, but over the next couple of hours, temperatures will remain in the middle 80s area-wide. And then as we look ahead to the 9 o'clock hour, partly cloudy, 77 degrees, low 70s at midnight. And then after midnight into early tomorrow morning, a little patchy fog is going to develop. So if you're planning on traveling out to the Farm Progress Show, we're going to be dealing with quite a bit of traffic here on the north side of Decatur. So make sure you give yourself plenty of time to deal with that. And that patchy fog could slow you down just a little bit. Coming up, I'll let you know how long this hot and summer weather pattern is going to stick around in just a few minutes.
I'm with Don Torty, Vice President of the Farm Progress Show. And Don, this show is our 6th show here in Decatur. It's continued to expand. We're standing right here where the first expansion went on. Now you've got more expansion on the south end of the show site. It continues to grow.
Exactly, and we're very proud of that. It continues to grow because it's a great show, you know, and we're really happy with the Decatur community has continued to work with us to make this bigger and better. And so we've added about 400,000 square feet new on the south end, and it's full.
That's what I heard, that it's just about all sold out. So there's nothing outside of the gates anymore. It's all inside the perimeter of the show site.
Well, other than on the north side, we do have a lot of demonstrations. You have some ride and drives up there, field demonstrations, but all the static exhibits are inside the exhibit field.
This is truly an international event. We have well over 40, I think, countries that are going to be represented, and that brings in a lot of foreign visitors to the show and really shows the impact of the international aspect of agriculture.
Exactly. We're not only proud of this being the largest national show with people coming from over 40 states, but there will be people from over 50 countries. Right now, the Decatur CVB has been working on registering people. They have 44. There still will be more. So, you know, and that's important. A lot of these companies are international in scope. I think it's terrific that people come here. This is the mecca of agriculture.
Well, this is a place where a lot of these companies roll out new equipment. This is kind of the premier event for a rollout of new equipment.
Absolutely. Always has been and always will be. Whether it's in the corn, whether it's in the seed, or whether it's in the cab, this is the latest in ag technology.
Don, thank you so much. Tomorrow morning, this show breaks out, and it's going to look awesome.
Can't wait.
Okay.
Look forward to seeing everyone here.
Don Torty, Farm Progress.
Thanks, David. One important part of this agricultural experience is an expanded area for exhibitors, and that is unmanned aerial vehicles. Of course, a lot of people like to call them drones, but this is changing the way farmers do their work. Our ag expert, Stu Ellis, will tell us more about these UAVs coming up in our preview of the 2015 Farm Progress Show.
You can always connect with us. Follow us on Twitter at WANDTV News, on Facebook, WANDTV News Center 17, and on Pinterest, just click on the icon at WANDTV.com.
Tuesday, Bryant, Rizzo, and Schwartz look to go deep into the night at Wrigley.
Way out of here!
As the Cubs playoff push rolls on. Cubs, Reds.
Tuesday at 7 on Cozy TV, now in HD.
Next Wheel of Fortune, the wheel can be a little difficult, and our players a little gun-shy.
I like to...
Yeah, you're sure about that? See what happens next Wheel.
Wheel of Fortune, today at 6:30 on WAND.
Farm Progress Reports on WAND are brought to you in part by the Illinois Farm Bureau.
Farm, family, food. Those three words best describe Illinois Farm Bureau. Farm. For nearly 100 years, Farm Bureau in Illinois has represented and served the men and women who make Illinois one of the top food-producing states. Family. At the heart of rural Illinois are traditional farm families who work together through Illinois Farm Bureau. And food. Farm Bureau families are proud to grow the healthy food they provide their families and yours. Farm, family, food. The heart of Farm Bureau in Illinois.
At Express Lube, we are focused on providing all your automotive needs with the highest levels of customer satisfaction. With a variety of offerings to choose from, we're sure you'll be happy working with us. Express Lube Tire and Auto can help with any of your large auto repair needs. Customer satisfaction guaranteed.
Thinking of on-farm storage and a drying system? Wondering how you're going to pay for it? We have the answer. Our marketing line of credit is the perfect way to assist you in your risk management and capturing the basis and carry that is available to you most years using merchandising and our disciplined farm marketing system. We have the people, knowledge, and a grain merchandiser on staff to help you with this important part to your farming operation. Give us a call today. Your marketing help starts right here.
Located in the heart of the world's corn and soybean capital, Van Horn serves Central Illinois as a professional partner. With over 75 years of partnership with area farmers for fertilizer, seed, and crop protection against weeds and insects, plus experts on the latest technology, methods, and products on staff, Van Horn can ensure your next season is a plentiful one. Van Horn now sells and services precision planting equipment with several locations throughout Central Illinois. Let Van Horn take care of you and your crop production needs. Welcome to Express Custom Golf Carts, where we fulfill golf cart dreams from mild to wild. We offer a large selection of golf carts that are customized just for you. Financing now available. We look forward to helping you find the golf cart of your dreams.
Welcome to WAND's 2015 Farm Progress Preview Show, live from Progress City.
Farm Progress Show 15, and with me is Matt Youngman, who is National Shows Manager. Matt, something that we haven't had in a while, the field demos, and you're smiling about this because in Boone last year they couldn't have them. We couldn't have them here 2 years ago. Guys like to come out and watch this equipment work.
They do. That's one of the top things that when we survey farmers after the show, that's usually the number one thing they like to see. In addition to the new products, they like to see them come out and get dirty out here in the fields. And we've had a great summer. The host farmers have done a fantastic job of getting this corn ready. It's the same hybrid the hybrids that weren't ready in 2013 because of the cool summer, but we're ready to go for field demonstrations tomorrow.
The field demos is one of the things that really separates this show out from a lot of other ag shows across the country and makes it quite unique, and there's very few of them that actually do this.
Yeah, and it's a great shopping opportunity for farmers like you to come out, and if they're thinking about adding some new technology to their operation, they get to come out and see all the players run side by side next to each other. It's a good comparison shopping opportunity for them.
One of the big discussions this year has been the size of this crop, and a lot of people looked at this event because you're taking off a few acres as just a small aspect of what could be out there, but yet can you tell us a little bit about what this corn is yielding? Is it better than expected? What do you think?
Typically the host farmers take a pretty significant yield hit by planting an early hybrid of corn here in central Illinois, but it's just so happened to be a really good year to plant a 94, 96 day corn in Decatur, Illinois, because this crop pollinated and started filling the ears when it was still pretty nice out before the rain shut off and it got hot. So it's doing better than we expected, in the neighborhood of 200, and it's coming out at about 20% moisture.
That's pretty good for that early variety.
Very good.
But you also have some other demonstrations besides harvesting. It's a chance to maybe look at planters or other tillage equipment.
Yeah, high-speed planters, Precision Planting and John Deere have come out. They came out in August and planted some corn so that folks can see how that the high-speed technology would work. And then also UAV demonstrations, cattle handling demonstrations, lots of ride and drives happening on the grounds too.
Matt Youngman, National Shows Manager for Farm Progress Show. Something we're going to see out here they haven't seen in a while, the field demonstrations. Matt, thank you so much.
Thanks, David.
Yeah, as mentioned, is that UAV demonstration area, which is bigger and better this year, and it gives a real chance for Stu Ellis to invite some of those companies to show some of their wares, because just in 1 year, this, what people call drones, UAVs, has really grown.
It has, and last year when we put on a show, there were probably 300 or 400 companies around the world that we invited, and now a lot of them have merged, a lot of new ones have come about, and it's just an industry in a great state of flux. But what the dynamic that's going through this is improved technology for software, for cameras, to be able to identify issues and to integrate those into a cropping plan for really any farmer. And when you can identify a fertility shortage, you can identify a small bug infestation, you can identify a bunch of weeds, and then send a second UAV in there to eradicate that problem. That's the next step, and we're going to be seeing that in the next few years.
And each day there will be demonstrations.
Every day from 9:30 to 3:30. Those 11 companies will have their spot in the sunlight, and they'll have 3 different chances during the day for 10 minutes. If they want to fly, they can fly. If they don't, for whatever reason, they can tell everybody. You can always go back to their tent, really talk turkey about what they cost and what they can do for you.
It's going to be quite the sight to see all these. I've seen some flying already. It's not a bird, it's not a plane, it's a UAV.
It's an Ag Eagle.
It's an Ag Eagle.
Yeah.
So the technology is only improving, and this is another tool for farmers then to, as you mentioned, get a bird's eye view and spot, because before they'd have to walk out there, right?
That's right, and you could spend a whole day crop scouting an 80-acre field. A UAV can do it in 30 minutes, and you can get a much better picture of that field in that shorter period of time.
And I know a couple of years ago we talked about some of the regulations. You felt maybe the FAA wasn't keeping up with this technology. Any changes there? The FAA has loosened a bit, but in that they have really tightened a lot of the regulations, and there's a lot of effort to go on. We've felt the regulations. I've suffered through them all weekend, and I can understand what the companies are going through. But nonetheless, the show will go on all 3 days here, and that UAV demonstration area is located where?
South end of Central Avenue, just east of the Richland Horticulture Campus.
All right, Stu Ellis, thanks so much, and hopefully the skies will cooperate for those demonstrations, JC.
Yeah, we're keeping our fingers crossed, and it looks like it's going to be okay. Nothing like what happened earlier today in places like eastern Coles, northeastern Cumberland County, where a 4.5 up to 5 inches of rain fell in about an hour to an hour and a half. But the big story today in other locations has been the heat. It has been a hot day. We've had a lot of sunshine, just a couple of clouds lingering about here or there. And whew, check out these highs that we saw across the area this afternoon. We averaged 84 degrees, and we got up to 87 degrees in Decatur, 91 Springfield and in Lincoln, 92 was the hot spot in Jacksonville, and 87 degrees in both Champaign and in Paris. Almanac page, this is the final day of August 2015. 87 to 67 our range here at the station. That's an average, though, much above the average of 85 and 62. And the record high of 100 dating back to 1953 will stand for another year. Coming up, we'll let you know how long this heat and humidity is going to last and what we'll expect to see for the Farm Progress Show after the break.
Holsworth Flying Services offers aerial spraying as well as aerial seeding of soybean and cover crops, seed corn pollination, fall burn down Roundup application, and mapping services. Call Holsworth Flying Services today and discover a whole new world of agricultural possibilities.
At Sloan Implement, we've been helping farmers like you for over 80 years. Groundbreaking John Deere compact tractors that have drive-over decks, quick park loaders, and available quick hitch systems. Features that make switching tasks easy and using your tractor great. Visit Sloan's at the Farm Progress Show, booth 151, to find a compact tractor that's right for you.
Farming today takes strong partnerships locally that have the innovation and technology to get the job done. At United Prairie, we work hard to bring our partners the very latest the farming community has to offer. We have broken ground on a brand new facility in Macon County and look forward to working in the most productive agriculture county in the country. Working with world-class farmers is why United Prairie is the fastest growing input provider in Central Illinois. United Prairie, creating partnerships to enhance productivity.
Quality care of elderly patients and grandparents is important to all of us. We entrust our loved ones to long-term care facilities and expect that these facilities will provide first-rate care and attention that they are paid to provide. When facilities breach that trust, the law offices of Frederick W. Nestler and Associates Limited can help you achieve justice. They offer straight talk and will recover compensation for lack of care.
Holsworth Flying Services offers aerial spraying as well as aerial seeding of soybean and cover crops, seed corn pollination, fall burn down Roundup application, and mapping services. Call Holsworth Flying Services today and discover a whole new world of agricultural possibilities.
Farm Progress Reports on WAND are brought to you in part by Sloan Implement.
This is bringing back childhood memories, putting the tailgate down, whether it's a Gator, a truck, just kind of kicking back on a warm summer afternoon, and it's been a decent day here at Progress City. A lot of action going on out here on the north side of Decatur, and we're going to continue with a nice string of days. It's just going to be hot, but as I was talking to Dave a little bit ago, there's 40 air-conditioned tents out here, so if you want to cool down a little bit, just stop in, check out some of the exhibits, and you can cool off because we're going to be dealing with this heat really from now right on through the Labor Day weekend. Current temperatures have cooled back somewhat. There's a nice breeze as well outside, so if you're going to be outside later on this evening, make sure you have the shorts and t-shirt on and slap on the sunscreen because that sun is still pretty high in the sky. 87 right now in Decatur. It's 86 in Champaign. Danville We have now cooled back to 84. It is 90, though, in Springfield and in Jacksonville. Dew point temps still very tropical-like air mass in place, upper 60s to low 70s. These are the type of dew points we'd expect to see in places like Birmingham, Alabama, Atlanta, Georgia, and we haven't seen dew points at this level, really, over the last several days. Now, when you take the current air temperature, you factor in the humidity, it feels a little bit warmer. It feels like our heat index value is at 97 in Jacksonville. It feels like 95 degrees in Springfield, upper 80s in Danville with a feels like temp right now in Decatur of 92 degrees. Our muggy meter keeps it pretty muggy over the next 7 days. We'll see dew points remaining in the mid to upper 60s, if not right around 70, and the heat sticks with us from now right on through the Labor Day weekend. Notice 90s, even triple digits from Bismarck on down to around Wichita. We'll see the triple digits staying to our west, but for us, we're talking 90 to 94 degrees is the temperature range. And again, Friday, much of the same as we head into the holiday weekend. It's going to be a great last hurrah for the pools. I know a lot of public pools starting to close on the after Labor Day. We're going to get a good use out of them the next few days. Notice Saturday it's hot. Again, Sunday we'll see temps in the 90s with triple-digit heat across the Central Plains. And then on Monday, that's when forecast models start to diverge a little bit. Some trying to bring a cold front in late in the day, which would actually cool things down a little bit, while the European model keeps things hot and dry throughout the holiday. And I'm kind of siding with the European model a little bit more because this ridge of high pressure just not going to break down, doesn't look like, at least over the next 7 days. Here's a breakdown of those temperatures. 90 tomorrow. We'll stay in the low 90s Wednesday through Sunday. But the big thing is with that humidity in place, we're talking about a heat index value ranging from about 95 to 98 from tomorrow right on through the day on Sunday. Pretty quiet on the satellite radar. There was a little shower trying to get going near Lincoln a little while ago, but the big story, like I talked about earlier, was the heavy rains today across portions of Coles County and into northeastern Cumberland County. You can see just south of Ashmore, this particular radar estimate of almost 5 inches of rain, which fell in an hour to an hour and a half. Talked to some people on campus at EIU in Charleston. They said about 3 drops of rain. You go about 6 miles to the east of Charleston, there was actually a flash flood warning in place. High pressure, that's what we can thank for this beautiful string of days, and that's going to be really the dominating feature. Now, tomorrow, there's a little piece of upper level energy across east central Illinois, very similar to what happened today, that may trigger an isolated shower. I think the majority of us, though, are dry, and we stay dry right on through the holiday. Mostly clear overnight tonight. A little patchy fog develops after midnight. We drop down to 70 for the overnight low. You drop those kiddos out to the bus stop tomorrow morning. It is going to be shorts and t-shirt weather, or if you're coming out to Farm Progress Show, traffic's going to be pretty heavy around the Progress City area, so give yourself plenty of extra time for that. On top of it, we'll be dealing with a little bit of patchy fog early. That burns off and gives way to a partly sunny and hot afternoon with highs in the low 90s. Your St. Mary's Hospital 7-day forecast, low 90s Wednesday through Friday. It'll be hot, it'll be humid. We'll continue with sunshine right into the holiday weekend with overnight lows only dropping into the low 70s.
This year, the marketing department at Wyffels Hybrids thought we should spend a ton of money to produce a big, fancy television commercial. But management decided to spend more money researching and developing new seed genetics that out-yield our competitors' best hybrids. So we didn't have much left over for marketing, which is why we know you're going to like our hybrids a lot better than you like this commercial. Wyffels Hybrids, quite possibly the best hybrids you can buy.
It's a dirty job, but someone's gotta do it. It's dirty and nasty, but we do our part. We're the boys from Parks. Not all day, we go into action with fast reaction. Just call Parks, there's nothing to it. Parks Sewer Service. It's a dirty job, but someone's gotta do it.
At Sloan Implement, we've been helping farmers like you for over 80 years.
Sloan Express is America's ag parts supplier. Simply put, Sloan Express is a lower price alternative to original manufacturer parts. And we have free delivery to any of our 20 Sloan locations or drop ship via UPS right to your front door. Sloan Express. Online at sloanex.com or toll free at 1-800-934-9777.
After 7 years, 241 obstacles, over 3,000 contestants, tonight, history will be made. Yes! The American Ninja Warrior Finals, tonight on NBC.
She's this fall's biggest mystery.
She can't remember who she is, nothing.
Entertainment Weekly calls her the female Jason Bourne.
She might be the most important resource we've ever had.
Blind Spot premieres September 21st after The Voice on NBC.
Farm Progress reports on WAND are brought to you in part by the Illinois Farm Bureau.
We're high atop the Farm Progress Show, 70 feet to be exact. Territory Manager with Farm Progress, Jeff Smith. Tell us about where we are, and we're going to have an overlook of this show from up here.
Certainly. This is a brand new structure this year from Brock Manufacturing out of Milford, Indiana. And they're showing off some of their best things in grain handling this year at the Farm Progress Show.
And there's a lot of grain handling equipment out here because that's getting to grow more and more all the time.
Yes, it is. Most of the grain companies that are out here with manufacturing the bins and product and moving grain, they want to show farmers some of their biggest things out there because the farms are getting larger and they need the equipment to handle the grain.
We're in the northeast corner of the show site, so let's look as we look to the east here. What are we seeing, Jeff?
Okay, actually out to the west there, this will be the north.
Excuse me, to the west.
The west side of the exhibit field here is a lot of the permanent structures. You can see a lot more of the grain bins over there. We have GSI, Sukup, Sioux Steel, and so on and so forth. And those structures will stay here actually during after the show's over.
A lot of these exhibitors have expanded their lots, and they bring in more equipment each and every year.
That's accurate. We've actually had to build a brand new area just to the south of the show site, 400,000 square feet to be exact, just to take on some of that expansion.
As we look further to the south, what are some things that people might be looking for as they come here to the show site?
Well, you're going to have the four major corners of equipment companies. In the very far southwest corner is John Deere. As you move north, you'll find Case IH over here at one corner. You'll have New Holland at the very corner here, and then AGCO down in the southeast corner of the show site. The
seed companies are all here. We've got, I see Pioneer, and over in the corner is Monsanto's huge exhibit.
Yes, we've got all the major national companies, plus a lot of the local seed companies also.
Is there something people should definitely take a look at here? I mean, there's so much to see out at this event. 400,000 more square feet of exhibit area. This thing's gotten even bigger than what it ever has been before.
Well, this year, obviously, we're very excited to have the field demonstrations back. We haven't had the option to do that the last few years, and we've got almost perfect weather. Hopefully don't jinx it, but we're looking to have excellent field demonstrations this year at the show.
Well, it's never rained on the Farm Progress Show in Decatur yet. We'll keep our fingers crossed there. And so, Jeff, there's just so much to talk about here. But if you want to see it, it's out here in the way of agriculture.
That's correct. I mean, we've got a lot of technology, and we're going to have most of the world here for 3 days.
Jeff, thank you so much, Territory Manager with Farm Progress.
This medical device is implanted in thousands of Americans, designed to keep them alive. But could it be deadly? And did its manufacturer ignore warning signs? An NBC News investigation. Wednesday on NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt.
It's been 2 months without a state budget. Now human service agencies are feeling the pinch. See what progress, if any, has been made and hear from lawmakers about what they plan to do next.
Tonight at 6 on WAND.
Farm, family, food. Those 3 words best describe Illinois Farm Bureau. Farm. For nearly 100 years, Farm Bureau in Illinois has represented and served the men and women who make Illinois one of the top food-producing states. Family. At the heart of rural Illinois are traditional farm families who work together through Illinois Farm Bureau. And food. Farm Bureau families are proud to grow the healthy food they provide their families and yours. Farm, family, food. The heart of Farm Bureau in Illinois.
At Express Lube, we are focused on providing all your automotive needs with the highest levels of customer satisfaction. With a variety of offerings to choose from, we're sure you'll be happy working with us. Express Lube Tire and Auto can help with any of your large auto repair needs. Customer satisfaction guaranteed.
We believe in possibilities. We're about getting things done, challenging traditions, and starting a few of our own. You see, we find new ways to do things. We like our way of living and taking care of our land. Who are we? We are Kubota.
You got work to do. Thinking of on-farm storage and a drying system? Wondering how you're going to pay for it? We have the answer. Our marketing line of credit is the perfect way to assist you in your risk management and capturing the basis and carry that is available to you.
Is clinically proven to seal out more food particles so you're more comfortable and confident while you eat.
So it's not about keeping my dentures in, it's about keeping the food particles out.
Try Super Polygrip Free.
This ain't rocket science. This ain't physics. It's pizza. I love making pizza.
Get an extra large 2-topping pizza for just $12. Order online with promo code MONSTER.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.